Good afternoon, Ms. Cobb. Ms. Cobb, if you would, for the jury, tell them what your position is here in the county.
I am the financial manager for the Greenville County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, and so what are your duties as the financial manager there?
I compile the budget, manage our accounts, make sure that our bills are paid on time and from the proper account.
Would you say you're very heavily involved in the budget for Greenville County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, I am.
Are you kind of the main person who helps organize that and make sure it runs appropriately?
Yes.
All right. And can you tell me, how long have you been working in that position with Greenville County Sheriff's Office?
For 34 years.
All right. And are you a civilian in that position?
Yes.
And so you're not a law enforcement officer, but you work for the Sheriff's Department in the budget?
That's correct.
All right. Can you tell me just a quick guide of how the budget is put together in Greenville County? Is it for 1 year, 2 years, just how the process works?
Okay, it is a 2-year budget process. In the fall of the year that the budget is turned in, the captains make their recommendations to the sheriff, and then when I receive those recommendations, we compile it into the budget that we submit to the county.
All right, and so you help compile all that stuff, and you, the actual person who submits it to the county?
Correct.
Are you kind of a liaison between the county, folks at County Square and the sheriff's office?
Yes.
All right, so you know all the people who run that, Joe Cornell,
Mr.
John
Hensley,
Hansley?
yes.
All right. And do you deal with them on a regular basis?
Yes.
Okay. And so, back in 2017, in January of 2017, when Will Lewis took office as sheriff, where was the budget process there? Where was the 2-year period there?
We had actually just submitted the upcoming 2-year budget to County Square at that point. The county was changing computer systems, and so we were trying to get the budget into the hands of County Square before the new system went live.
And does that 2-year budget operate on normal yearly cycle, or is it by a fiscal cycle?
It is a fiscal year that begins on July 1st.
Okay. And so the county budget that you were currently had, that you were submitting, when would that have started, the one that you had just submitted to that point?
That one would have started in, the one that we were submitting at that point?
Yes.
That would be the year that would start July 1st, 2017.
Okay, so you were in the last 6 months then, starting in January of the 2-year budget. That was previously, that you're previously under?
Correct.
Okay. All right, now, in your position, do you attend all budget meetings?
I attend at least one budget meeting with the county staff per year.
Okay.
Per cycle.
Are there usually any budget meetings that don't include you?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right. In fact, are you aware of any budget meetings at this point in time that you were not included in?
Not under normal circumstances.
Okay, and let's get to that. Did you know about the trip to Charlotte by the sheriff and members of the county?
Not at the time that it occurred.
All right, so no one had told you about that?
That's correct.
When did you learn of the trip to Charlotte?
I learned of the trip in April when the credit card statements came to you.
Okay, so they have to submit the receipts to you? Is that how you learned?
That's correct.
All right, and so you found out they went to Charlotte. Did you know the purpose of it at that point in time?
I did not.
When did you learn that that Charlotte trip was actually supposed to be some sort of budget meeting?
I actually learned that through the media about 6 months later.
Okay, and so you had no idea a budget meeting had been held without you at that point?
That's correct.
Is that what you mean by outside of normal circumstances?
That's correct, yes.
And to your knowledge, has there been any other budget meeting that you've been excluded from in the time that you've been in the Sheriff's Department for 30-some years?
None that I know of.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Just a few questions. Prior to Sheriff Lewis coming in, basically the budget was done with just basically a 2% cost of living increase for the employees.
Typically, yes.
Typically. So you would take the budget, add 2% to it, and submit it. not that simple, but
The base budget, yes.
as far as salaries are concerned, you just
Okay.
take 2% and submit it.
Okay, as far as salaries are concerned, we are given a printout from the county. We have to verify the current salaries of existing employees and turn that back in, and then the county calculates the increases.
So the budget process under you for the salaries are concerned is simply not that complicated.
That's correct.
You didn't go in and push for raises for this group or this group substantially above 2%.
That was not part of the package that we submitted, no.
Okay. And that was not part of your planning either.
That's correct.
Okay.
That does not fall under my job.
And when a bill is submitted for an expense for any employee, you go over it and look at it and make sure it's all proper expenses.
Correct.
And occasionally you find things that aren't proper expenses.
That is correct.
And people make mistakes, correct?
They can.
And you request, when you find a mistake, they basically, if they use the county credit card, do they personally reimburse for that error on the credit card?
Depending on what we are instructed at the county level, yes.
Instructed by whom?
If an employee were to, say, accidentally charge gas on the county card when they meant to use their personal card, then it would just be part of the written policy that they would reimburse the county account.
And you would call that to the attention of whoever made that mistake,
That's right.
and they would reimburse.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No further questions, Your Honor. Ask that you